explore different options, explore yourself. That's the most beautiful thing that you can do, is just know who you are and love yourself, because girl or guy, you're amazing.
Hello guys, I'm Mariana, welcome back to my channel. Today we're here with Leo. Guys, she also has a YouTube channel. She talks about inspiration, about impact, about positivity. So if you're interested in those kind of things, go check out her channel, because her videos are amazing. Guys, today we're gonna talk about a gap year. She took a gap year last year. I'm currently taking a gap year. So tell us a little bit about your gap year. Why did you take it? What did you do?
Okay, so in 2018, I graduated high school and I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't know if I wanted to study medicine or nutrition or naturopathy or whatnot. And I wanted to travel, I wanted to live a bit more, I wanted to gain some more life experience, feel more independent, and learn a bunch of stuff. So I ended up taking a gap year. I worked in London. I worked as a waitress, as a teaching assistant, and I learned so much, and it was so great to have that different life in crazy busy city of London. And then I was traveling around to Australia, which is so gorgeous, guys, you have to go. And also around Europe, and I met the most beautiful people, and Italy, and just honestly, my gap year was the best year of my life. And I have amazing people who came into my life during the gap year, and I expanded my mind so much. And so I am just in love with gap years, and yeah. And I want to hear about yours, Mariana. How was your gap year? How has it been?
How is it going?
You are right
Despite
now.
the COVID situation, it's still worth to take it. Like, I started in June when we could actually start traveling, and so far I've traveled. I did Workaway, which, if you don't know, it's a program, like a kind of volunteer program. So I work in a sustainable farm. I work in a yoga place. And it's amazing. You just find a lot of like-minded people that you can have the best conversations with. Just feel so comfortable, develop a lot of your social skills, you just grow up. Start off doing like adult things, just learn so much.
Start doing adult things.
Like, I started learning Spanish because I was traveling in Spain and I felt these needs. You meet people and you want to do things that you didn't realize that you needed, that you wanted to do.
Yes.
Like, it's been, for me, it's been what, like 4 months already, and so far it's been great. Like, I started this because I wanted to get some mental clarity as well. I just graduated for my business degree,
But now we're into the real world. What are we gonna do? It's like,
maybe I took the wrong degree. Maybe I want to study something else. Maybe I want to work. I'm gonna do some internships now. I'll keep on traveling, meeting people, just get to know more about myself. Like, it's so important. Like, if we don't know ourselves, our struggles, our weaknesses, our strengths that we can capitalize on, then what do we have?
yes, for sure. And on that subject of learning Spanish, I myself as well, when I was in Spain, I learned Spanish, really bad Spanish, street Spanish, and I just based my Spanish on Portuguese, because we're both Portuguese.
It's called Portugal.
So we just learned Portugal, which is basically like, okay, so this is how it should sound in Spanish, and then you just end up making up so many words. But yeah, and I learned a bit of Italian in Italy, and I learned a bit of German in Germany. Like, you learn different things in different places, and basically open your eyes to so many different realities and different kind of people. You become so much more open-minded, and yeah, I don't know, it's amazing.
Cultural aware. And there's this something, for example, the two of us, we are Portuguese, and in our culture, just taking a gap year is not something that people are used to do. It's not well seen, I guess.
Yeah.
From our parents' generation, even from our generation.
That's
like,
true.
you should be studying or should be working. But why are you going to do something that you are not sure it's you? After all, it's your life.
Yes.
I cannot picture myself being 40 in this 9-to-5 job where I'm like, yeah, I don't want this, but it's too late to change. It's too late to search for something else. For example, in Germany or in Denmark, like, you meet a German person and he has this CV, which is amazing, full of experiences. And then you have just randomly 2 gap years in the middle where they work, where they do something. And they're such complete people.
Yes, for sure.
And who do you want to work with? People that have studied their entire lives? or people who have experienced the world, who are more complete,
who have more people skills, more social skills. So guys, let's think of more things that you can do in your gap year besides what we did, because honestly, the options are endless. There are so many different things, and it is something that will really enrich your life so much. So it would be great for you to design your own if you're thinking of taking one. You really should.
You should. Just go now. Just quit your life and just go.
Just take a gap year right now. Stop everything. And so, for example, you can volunteer. There's so many different organizations. Mariana has volunteered in the past.
Yeah,
so
I have volunteered, and I can talk a little about that, because usually you think they have to go like long term, do this 2-month volunteer or 1 year volunteer, and there are so many programs, guys. You can do a short term volunteer, as short as 1 week if that's all you have. You meet new realities, you do different things. You can volunteer with kids, you can teach English, you can volunteer with the elderly, with animals, with anything that you are passionate about.
Yes, so it's for sure a great option. Or you can try to find work in different places and different kinds of jobs, so that you improve your CV or you have more experience, and you try to maybe see, okay, do I think that I would be happy in this kind of work, in this area of expertise, and you kind of delve into it a bit. That way you can have a taste for it and see, okay, would I want to study more about this and take this career path? Or not, or just, I don't know, experience, socialize with people, meet people. You never know who you're gonna meet. You can meet Mariana's just around the corner. I mean, how awesome is that? Or
yeah, I think I just want to point out is that, for example, about internships, a lot of people that take business degrees, just for example, because it's my case, they're searching for paid internships. But just for the sake of learning, don't search for paid, search for the experience, search for the learning part.
yes,
Yeah, just see if that's something that you'd like to do in your life in the future. It's so important.
for sure.
Also, you can learn a new skill. Have you ever thought about taking dancing classes? I'm the worst person in dancing, guys. Like the worst. I'm the worst. I swear, you never seen
I love
anyone worse than
dancing.
me. But I love it. But I love it. I've never had the opportunity, and now I'm gonna try it.
for sure.
Like, just learn something. Just learn a language. Like,
Yes. Go to Spain and learn Spanish. Go to Italy, learn Italian or German or Arabic, or I don't know. Just
Chinese
there's
is
so
a language
many-
of the future. You should
Yes.
definitely learn Chinese or like Russian.
That's- Russian is pretty
Russian
cool.
is super good.
Yeah, but yeah, you can do that. You can travel. Honestly, like, traveling is something that we love, we adore, and there's more and more people doing it, which is amazing. And it just expands your mind in so many ways, and you learn to be more resilient, more self-reliant. You become more independent. You have time for self-reflection.
Exactly.
And-
Retrospection, just you see everything that's happening inside of you, because a lot of things that happen when you're traveling, especially if you're solo traveling, is that you spend a lot of time alone. For example, when you're on long rides, or you're just in a place, or you're tired, so you just have to deal with your own things. You just learn how to love it. You just learn how to be in your own company.
Yes. And love yourself.
And
it
love
helps
yourself.
a lot. It helps a lot. And it helps you with all this self-reflection that Mariana's talked about. It helps you to know better who you are, and so that you can actually choose the kind of future that you want that would make you happy. And in our case as well, helps you to decide what you actually want to do in your career or like in work.
So if you're thinking about taking a gap year and you're thinking like, oh, these girls, they just have this much money and they are just talking about traveling the world and going to Australia. Guys, there's so many things that you can do if you have no money in your pockets. First, you take care of your finances, like in a way. Like, you learn how to budget. You learn how to take care of your money, because that's all the money you have.
Yes.
And then, for example, I was talking about workaway. You're talking about volunteer. You can also search for a job where you can actually earn money. But for example, in these volunteer places or in workaway, you go there, you go to this place, and you are giving your work, you are learning, and there you are receiving the accommodation and food. So you are not actually paying. So if you want to take a gap year and you have no money, that should not be something that stops you.
Yes. For sure. And honestly, there's lots of hostels where you can volunteer for a while to pay for your stay and even some meals. There's really cheap ways that you can travel. For example, if you're comfortable with it, if your parents let you, in my case, mine were like, hell no, girl, get that idea out of your head. You can actually do couch surfing.
I did
You
try
can
that.
hitchhike. Oh my god, you tried couch surfing.
Yes.
How was that?
Like you meet amazing people and you stay in their house, and it's an exchange of culture as well. So it's not just, yeah, I'm going to go to your house because I have no money. No, you actually share your experience. You want to learn from this person and you are taking something back. So it's really interesting. You should try it as well. Couch surfing.
For sure. And that's free. I mean, you know, there's lots of different ways that you can do things. You can travel on budget airlines, or you can just take a bus or a train. You can try to be flexible and find times where things are cheaper, or just travel around your city, take your car somewhere. Just go somewhere different, open your eyes to different realities, learn from people, and learn to just love the whole journey, including the downs, because there might be moments where, I don't know, you think, oh, all my friends, they're studying or they're already getting a job, getting a car, whatnot, and I'm here, and right now I don't have anyone. And I know if you're traveling solo, that happened to me a couple times. Honestly, when I was traveling solo, there were moments when I was just crying in the middle of like a piazza in Italy, in Florence.
And then you're alone, and then you're like, oh
and
my
you miss
God,
the bus or the train. You miss the bus, and you're like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do now? But you just learn to get through it, and you learn to just be happy with whatever happens.
That's the most important thing that I take from life, like philosophy for life is wherever happens. If you can do something about it, then do something. If you cannot do anything, then you just accept it.
Yes.
And you move on, and you find another bus, and you find another plane, and you find someone to take you. Hitchhike is a thing.
Yes, hitchhike is a thing. It may be a bit dangerous. Watch out, like be careful and check with your parents. My parents were not happy with me doing it. They are great, and they support me and they let me be free, but of course there's certain worries that you have to ponder if the risk is worth it. So we're not telling you to do anything in any certain way. We're just kind of trying to share that taking a gap year may be for you, and if you decide to do it, honestly, it may very well change your life, because it has changed mine, and I'm sure that
it's
Mariana,
changing mine already. Yeah.
Another thing that I would like to address, because that was an issue that my parents told me about that they weren't really happy with. If you're doing it after high school or before starting work, you're not just going to lose 1 year where you could be studying or working, because in that year you're going to grow so much that you are going to be better at your studies or at your work, and you'll have a bigger sense of what you want, and you'll maybe find out your purpose. You have such a big life ahead of you. You don't want to just be stuck somewhere doing something just to have more money and, I don't know, have a better house and car. You want to actually live. If you're people like us, you want to actually live.
You want to actually live.
And it's a year that you gain. It's never a year that you lose. And you are very able to go back and study properly without just being super lost because you spent 1 year without studying. I'm studying medicine. I took a gap year and I passed my first year and I had good enough grades. And so,
maybe you were happy because that's something that you thought about while you're taking your gap year. So you're like, yeah, this is definitely where I want, and you're not just doubting it while you're there.
It helped me a lot. I promise you, even for my studies, taking a gap year helped me a lot because I was more sure of myself. I was more confident because I went through certain situations where I had to just find a way, improvise, and make things work. And I took that to my studies, and it helped me immensely. So if that's another problem that you may see in front of you, don't worry, you'll be fine. You really will.
Yeah, I think I just want to finish with this sentence that I always take to anything I do. That it's, you don't regret something you did, you just regret something you didn't do.
Yes.
And you keep in your head the idea of something you want to do but you didn't do, so you have regrets. And don't have regrets. Just do it.
Yes.
Just learn about yourself,
like Nike
about
says.
life. Just live. Just go outside and live, because the world is full of opportunities, full of people. The world is amazing. So go explore. Don't just stay inside your comfort zone because you're afraid. Just face the unknown.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. It was amazing having you.
My pleasure.
We're going to do more collabs.
For sure. For sure.
And if you have any doubt, if you have any comment, if you just want to say something, please leave a comment down below. You can always reach me and her through social media. Check her channel. See all our videos. She's amazing. And thank you.
Thank you. Bye.